Thank you so much for staying tuned. It's all about the complaints by Governor Nasir El-Rufai talking about terrorists from the power government in Kaduna State. And of course, my analysts have been sharing their thoughts and opinions on this particular situation and how it's going to impact on the 2023 general election. I have Festus Eki and of course Barrister Law Amin and Okoro Saho Baraye. Three of them will be sharing their thoughts and opinion. But right now, commencing our descent to today's edition of This Morning on ITV, and we still have the same topic on the ground. Al-Haji, in contrast to your opinions about appealing to these terrorists, to other discussants in the panel, I use the word brutally disagree to that, as I was saying, we negotiating or talking to them is not good enough. They should be taken out of the equation. They gave so many examples of what happened in the past where a president gave an order and that order was implemented. Do you want to rescind your words or you want to throw more light on it?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
In order for there to be decorum, when anybody is talking, I wouldn't always like to interject,
yes.
to interrupt. It was one of the final remarks I made before I rounded off. The word I used, appeal. Appeal, I did not say negotiate. And so, when they started now interpreting it in their own way, I know it should get to my turn to clarify whatever I've said. And I'm happy in your words, you said, you use the word appeal and not negotiate or beg. You see, when I commenced the program, I said what is happening in Nigeria is a child's play compared to what was happening in Maka before Moses was sent. But today, Maka is one of the best countries in the world. And when you go to the bank, bring bulk of money, put it in your car, leave it open, go and get more, nobody touches it. Why? Because you touch, your hand is chopped off. What does that mean? The Islamic law, the Sharia, is very strict. Just like in China, for economic crimes, you are executed. And I've submitted earlier in one of the programs that because we have over-pampered the criminals, that is why we are suffering today. God said in the Quran, 5:38, for the men who steal and the women who steal, cut off their hand as punishment. But we say, no, it is too strict. You cannot cut off somebody's hand. That is barbaric. But from there, from stealing, they graduate to armed robbery because they still have their hands to carry the gun. From armed robbery now, it's not kidnapping, it's not banditry, it's not terrorism. Because we have not followed what Almighty God has said that we should be strict in dealing with them. But now, when they kidnap anybody, they are not merciful with that particular person. Pay the ransom or you are killed. Sometimes you pay the ransom and you are still killed. So there is no room, as far as I am concerned, for using kid gloves to deal with terrorists. And so do not misinterpret what I've said. You can always say, yes, I appeal to the armed robber. We appeal to you to drop your weapons. Otherwise, if the arms of the law, if you are caught, there will be no mercy for you. So the men for you, I'm appealing to you now. I'm appealing to you now. Do this now. Otherwise, you will be sorry for yourself. So please, I never said they should negotiate with a terrorist.
But
so I never said so.
Okay.
Now, so let me now go. You see, what is happening? What we are witnessing now? Nigeria succeeded. Ecomog, Liberia, Sierra Leone. Now, when you go to real war situation, it's different from when you are facing terrorists who are good at attacking soft targets. War, like a football game. Okay, there's a football match. You come out, let's play. Let's play. Let's know who is best in playing. The same thing war. You see, the terrorists will not wait for Nigerian soldiers to come and confront them, or have the God to say, okay, Nigerian soldiers, we are inviting you to war, let's come and strong it out. Who is stronger? They will never do that. They are always going to soft targets. They monitor where the Scottish forces are, then they go and attack them. Before we go there, they are gone. They are committed the havoc, the damage. And Nigeria is so big. That is why it appears as if our security agents have been overwhelmed. We are not saying that they are not working. They are really working. Look at the church attack. We've heard that some of the attackers have been apprehended. While we thought the matter was over. No. So there is no room for negotiating with terrorists, I have never said so. So there's nothing to retract at all. I'm only throwing more light. Now, what is confronting us is a very serious matter. Because the election, ordinarily, that is when the voters exercise their popular sovereignty. The popular sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria. And it is through the ballot that we exercise this. But unfortunately, we have already started on the right premise. Money politics has come in. Dollars exchanging hands, even in the primaries. See where we are now. So you cannot even say that as the electorate, you have been able to really bring out the candidate of your own choice from the beginning. But you are now left with some options, which you must pick one. That's the truth that is happening. If you really ask electors in Nigeria, that let us start all over again, you may discover that those on the table, you may discover that those of them may not be their choice. But now, we now have some people on the table, and you must choose from this particular set of people that we have on the table. Our leaders will be as we deserve. Because you cannot eat your cake and have it. So, we have also in the past committed what we ought not commit. And that's what we are all suffering today. And unless, as I always say, we turn back to God. I will always repeat that. You see, there is law. There is law. But unfortunately, why are we not following the laws? There is law. Why are we lawbreakers in the country? Because we are not God-fearing. You believe that, okay, I'll break this law, I'll go to my lawyer, he'll defend me, I'm free. But if you are God-fearing, you know that whatever you do, even if you go scot-free on earth, on the day of judgment, Almighty God will hold you to account. And the only punishment that Almighty God asks is go to the hellfire. There is nothing like 2 years imprisonment or imprisonment for life. God will not say, hands up and close your eyes. The only punishment of God is hellfire. So before committing any sin at all, light a candle, put your finger in it, and see if you can endure it. If you cannot, then that's why we always talk of fear of God. With the fear of God, you need not be conscious of the presence of the police before you check yourself. When they beat traffic light, if a traffic bus are not there, beat traffic light. So Muhammad will not beat it, Jesus will not beat it. Even minor things, they will not commit infractions. But here we are, we commit a lot. And those infractions have now turned to monster that is staring us in the face. And we need to confront it with prayers and also by being disciplined. So I never said we should negotiate with terrorists.
All right. Thank you for clarifying. That's the message. Never said negotiate. You can appeal to them. You can appeal to them. Appeal can take various forms. It could be form of arms. It could be form of talk. It could be form of warning. Anything. An appeal is appeal. Well, gentlemen, we're about to commence our descent on this show. You're going to use 1 minute each to advise Nigerians, Governor El-Rufai, the federal government, the state government on how to go about this. Believe it or not, it is biting hard on the people. And 2023 general elections is fast approaching. How do we get out of this? Obara, you take it.
Thank you so much. Yes. I think the brilliancy of Alhaji Alao is not what I can follow, but I think the little I learned in my school guy as a local nursery school was that appeal is synonymous with negotiation. If you don't like something, to don't be appealing to you. Are you getting it now?
You have to kind of appeal.
Yeah.
You go here and negotiate.
Yeah. So
when you say you appeal, so appeal.
When
It could be legal.
I think we should leave the matter.
For the advice I have for Nigerians, it's a simple advice, which we come here to speak up on a daily basis. Is that we should be serious with whatever we want to do.
Okay.
Don't joke. Election is also coming now. You heard some people when you heard the advert of Don G telling you that I'm not going to vote you. If you go vote, I said, you know, they can't. You heard it. A man, an elderly man, that man has children that are of voting age. That man has a wife that is of voting age. That man now, what he has told, he has friends. With that man, we are going to lose about 10 to 15 votes. With amongst him, he has told you, anything that they do, they don't they write down, they don't they vote. That's an unserious Nigerian. A man like that should be arrested and detained to be lectured on what to do, because those are the problems we have.
All right.
That same man now will tell you tomorrow there is problem here, where the government will not tell you pay times 2,000. So 2023 election is very close. If we don't leave here now, it's going to catch us up here.
All right.
We should be serious with it.
All
this
right.
time, just what I told you, we should not vote for party.
Okay.
We should vote for capacity.
All right.
We should vote for leadership with character. We should vote for somebody we know that has track record.
Thank you. Thank you.
With that one, I think Nigeria will start having a self-relief.
Thank you so much.
Where we are now, we are choking.
Thank you so much, Obari, for the last line of this particular discussion.
Thank you
so much. First, toss over to you. 1 minute.
I want to tell my fellow Nigerians that the National Assembly is a problem. So while choosing who to be your senator, your rep member, be very conscious of something. Because whenever the president is failing, they ought to be. That's where the National Assembly should come in and say, no, we're not going to let this happen.
Yeah.
Remain blessed.
Thank you so much, Festus. Al-Haji, your last line.
There was speculation before the 2015 elections that Nigeria by 2015 will be no more. But today we thank God Nigeria is existing. And if you observe very well, close to 2023 election, there are no speculations, but there are handwritings on the wall suggestive of a lot of problems. So Nigerians, we have a lot of enemies. Some countries are enemies of Nigeria who are behind these terrorist acts, who are sponsoring them, who are financing them. And so Nigerians should be upright. You can see they've gone into economic crimes. They are all after money. So we should be very prayerful to Almighty God, and we should be upright and be so that Almighty God can actually take us out of this quagmire.
Thank you so much, Al-Haji. Well, you've heard three of them, their opinions. Yes, it has something to do with ITV, but it did have best possible to follow the rules and regulations governing the airwaves. Yes, a friend of mine said, well, you cannot talk about Nigeria's situation without getting emotional, but please watch your emotion. I will always say that. 23 is fast approaching. Are you ready? Do you have your PVC? Do you know your voting unit, your ward, your center? You should know that. And of course, for our government, security challenges is like it's on the increase. You have to do your best possible to make sure that the citizens have confidence in the government to secure them while they go out there to vote. If not, majority of voters apathy. Do you want that? Nobody wants that. We should all do everything possible to make sure that Nigeria moves forward. See you next week. Bye for now.